Hi there my magical loves, and welcome back to my channel. This is Jade's Magic, and I want you to like and subscribe please at the end of the video so that you can see more of, because I'm going to go right around the zodiac and describe every section of the zodiac for you. The previous video that I made was about Ophiuchus, and Ophiuchus is the first 15 days of December, which falls under Scorpio. Now we move into Sagittarius. Right, so the first half of December is Ophiuchus, the second half is Sagittarius. And the exact placement of this is, let me show you, in the sky. It's between Scorpio and Sagittarius is the exact placement now for the next, you can say 12 days, or the second half of December. And it is also known as the Galactic Center. The arrow of the Sagittarius is pointing at the Galactic Center. So I'm going to be talking to you about the people that are born in this section, the Galactic Center, which is also known as Mula Nakshatra in Vedic astrology. So let me show you this picture here. There's all the star signs, and here is Sagittarius. And this is Mula Nakshatra, which is symbolized by roots. The previous one was still in Scorpio, Ophiuchus. So this nakshatra, Mula Nakshatra, has a bit in common with the previous nakshatra, Ophiuchus or Jayesta, in that they underground. So they're all into hidden things and mysticism. They're underground or underwater. They would like to dive and see what's under the... They're always digging to find out more and what is hidden. What is hidden. And this nakshatra specifically wants to find the hidden stuff so that they can reveal the truth and break the untruths. So, this nakshatra, before I carry on, I just want to tell you, it's the nakshatra of the fast and the furious, like in the movie, because they are ambitious and they want things fast. And because Sagittarius rules the 9th house, they are philosophical, they're into higher education, they are usually educated, they educate themselves for life, and they are into traveling and traveling far travel, away from their countries, and they're into doing things fast. There's no slow movements for them. They also like foreigners, or foreigners will be good in their life, or it will be a matter of great interest to them to explore, because that's also something that is hidden. So yes, and like I say, they've got all these 9th house qualities, very philosophical, and with very definite views on certain things, to the point that they can sometimes make people cry because of their views. And if their views don't agree with other people's views, the other people will feel a bit intimidated by people born in this section, the second half of December. So, yes, first of all, let me discuss the ruling planets. The first one, as we know, is Jupiter. Now, Jupiter likes to expand. It likes to grow and expand. And it wants to grow fast. It wants to grow big. It wants to expand. And it wants to learn. Jupiter is also known as the guru. They also like to teach people. So it's natural to them to teach people. It'll all be about mystical, hidden things and... healing. They're very much into healing, but they're very, very ferociously ambitious, and they don't care over how many bodies they have to walk to get what they want as soon as possible. So that's the first planet is Jupiter, it's expansion. But Jupiter is also the great benefic. So they like to share their good fortune. They're very generous with their good fortune. To the extent that people can take advantage. So they always have to guard against that with their generous nature. Then the second ruler is Ketu. Now Ketu is the headless dragon. And where's my dragon? There. The dragon was slayed in two, and the head is Rahu, or the north node of the moon, and the tail is Ketu. So now you can imagine if you don't have a head, a chicken with a head, out a head running around. So the thing is with Ketu, first of all, Ketu makes you very spiritual. You are very spiritual. That is going to be, the older you get, the more spiritual you are going to be. And their prayers are potent, they are magic. These people, one of the biggest thing is they can manifest magic. And the second thing about the headless dragon is that they act impulsively and then they're sorry. So they must watch that they don't act impulsively. And the other thing is fall head over in heels in love, and then when they wake up, they think to themselves, what the hell did I even see in that person? So marriage and relationships can be problematic for them. Another reason why it can be problematic for them is because these people, their sexuality is neutral. So, like the men they could like to put on makeup or cross-dress or dress up, put perfume, titivate, fix themselves. They like to dress up for some occasion. If they could, their whole life would be a masked ball, and with wearing a mask so that people can, and it'll make it more intriguing for them, But they love to dress up, these people. So now that I've discussed the ruling planets and the 9th house, I have to discuss with you the deity that rules this section in the sky. Now I've got Kali Ma here, but she is as fierce as Naritri. The actual goddess is Naritri. And Naritri is, she's like destructive. She's the goddess of destruction and death. But what these people do that are born here, they dig deep to find truths, and then they destroy the lies and bring out the truth. Or another thing is, they destroy the old ways, and they're always looking for new and better, and they always find it. They won't get stuck in a situation. They'll check a situation out, and like this, they'll say, let's move on. This is not right. And be in the new setup, and which will then be 10 times better than the old one. So this is a trait about them. My daughter Crystal, her birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Crystal. But lots of times she's thrown away my things that I'm very sentimental about, and then I think to myself, oh, but there's always new and better. And when I cry about it, she says, we're going to get new and better, and we always do. So, yeah. Another thing about these people is that they also in contact with death. It's like they first of all, they live very long. They usually have a long life, but they in close contact with dead people, so they will feel the dead people around them, and and another thing is, besides feeling the dead people, they can communicate with the dead also. They will find themselves in situations, like my daughter, she was standing at a spot by a garage, and this woman got out of a bus and dropped dead in front of her, right in front of her. I mean, so it's like they a lot in contact with dead, or they feel death very strongly. But that is Naritri, their ruler, because she is the goddess of death and destruction. And these people, they can be very kind and very nice, but if you try and bullshit them or lie to them or run them down, they will cut you down one shot, because this placement between, although it's the galactic center, it starts from the sting of the Scorpio. They will sting you, and you will struggle to recover from that sting. So, or they will definitely put you in your place. Then, yes, the symbols, I think I already touched on the symbols. The first thing is the roots. And the roots is also about the roots of a tree or a plant. How they are rooted will determine how they grow. So if they're educated, usually they will grow strong. Their foundations will make them grow strong. But because the roots are underground, they are hidden. They are like the baby in the box that comes out. Like Moses that was on in the basket and went to, he's a good example, where he landed with the Egyptian princess. He was brought up as an Egyptian prince, and then he came back as himself, as an Israeli, and he stung the Egyptians hard. And another thing which makes him a good example for this mansion in the sky, this section, is that he could do magic, which he obviously learned from the Egyptian magicians, because most of the things that he could do, they could do too, until he connected with the higher power, and the last plague was the worst plague. So when these people in this section, last 15 days of December, connect with the higher power and connect with their higher power and become very spiritual, when they come back and with their magic touch, they can really sting and bob. Well, the thing is also they can make magic, because Moses parted the sea. They can part the sea. They can make things happen. They are the people, definitely, who can make things happen. But in making new things happen, they must destroy the old to move on. So the other symbol is a tail's whisk. I don't know why that is, to wave away the flies that are irritating. Yeah, and then, yes, to get also back to it, a lot of people who are into magic or can do magic are born there, like Uri Geller. He's on the 20th of December, and the 19th of December is Chris Angel. These people can actually become magicians, and Uri Geller could bend spoons. He also said that he won on the roulette table because he controlled the roulette thing with his mind. So yeah, like I say, they can definitely do magic, but the greatest magic they can perform is when they become the height of their spirituality, when they reach their spiritual, when they grow spiritually and reach the height of their spirituality. Another thing is, because the Sagittarius is half man, half horse, obviously they are great animal lovers. But like I said, the first 15 days of December, you'll also find people that they love animals. Right. The type of career that is good for these people is money making. Maybe they must have a money machine and just print the money. But no, these people are very, very, very creative. And because of their creativeness, they can generate a lot of money. They can make money with being creative in their ideas. Anything that is creative, like drawing, painting, singing, dancing, being creative. That is one of their top qualities, is that they are creative. And then they also make great researchers and detectives. They have supernatural powers. They can manifest things. They can make things happen. So in any career that they follow, they can make things happen for the company. But they're usually good at working for themselves, by the way. And they usually accumulate a lot of money. These people are not happy if their bank account is not healthy. Then they are very unhappy and miserable. So they need a healthy bank account to make them feel, and they'll work very hard to get it. And the other thing is that they search for meaning in life. So I'm sure that Viktor Frankl, who came up with this terminology, searching for meaning in life, or meaning to life, Viktor Frankl must have had something, a luminary in this section, or something very, Jupiter, Sun, Moon, in this section, because he was in a concentration camp in the Second World War, and he said that the people who had something to live for, they were the ones who made it out alive. So that's when he coined the term searching for meaning to life. So this is, that their main thing is also they want to find out what is the meaning to life. Then, okay, the direction that they lie in, the Sagittarius, Mula Nakshatra, or the galactic center, is southwest. Southwest, if you look at the Parushna man, his anus lies to the southwest. So it is getting rid of the waste. And that is, like I said, they get rid of the waste, these people. They get rid of the old and they come up with the new. They have to cut the old, like Moses had to destroy the Egyptians to bring his people out into a new world. And he parted the sea doing that. So, yes. And in their social life, you get two people here. That brings me, this is my daughter's drawing, who is Mula Nakshatra, or the Galactic Center. She's on the 19th. They are either the angel or the devil. Angel or Diablo. Take your pick. They can be one of those, depending on how you treat them. That is what you are going to get. The angel or the devil. So, they can be the life of a party, or they can be the wet blanket and put a big damper on it, depending on how you treat them. Their favorite places, which I will show you just now, but it's the sea and the mountains, and yes. Then, yeah, another thing is about Mula Nakshatra. It is I think it's the female dog, and the male dog lies in Ardra. Ardra is in June, the second half of June is Ardra. So you'll find that people are influenced by this section, by the Galactic Center, especially if they're the second half of June or the second half of December. But like I say, we're talking about the second half of December. The June is when the moon is there. And December is when the sun is there in Mula. Right. So, yeah, okay. Let me discuss one more thing with you. A picture that my daughter drew that I just looked at very nicely. And I mean, how interesting, because I'm sure she does not know she doesn't really understand, because I don't think I've made a video before. The end of last year, I made a video about the Galactic Center, and in my prediction, I said that in the year 2020, there will be such a big event, because the North Node and the South Node were lying on, Ardra and on Mula. So I said something is going to happen that is going to shake the world up and change it as we know it. And you're welcome to look back at last year December, when I made a video on this section. So to get back to my daughter's beautiful drawing, first of all, she drew a horse, obviously, because Sagittarius is very much about horses. Secondly, she drew an owl. So now there's this Niritri. Okay, let me explain it to you like this. Lakshmi, the goddess Lakshmi, and she rules she rules Pusha Nakshatra, but I'll get to that one day. So, but our Lakshmi is Lakshmi's sister. Now Lakshmi comes from the English word luck, so it brings you luck. Our Lakshmi is like Kalima and Naritri. She brings the opposite. So, but like I said again, once again, it's how you treat these people, what you're going to see them with. But now Lakshmi is constantly, she's accompanied by an owl. And the owl is wisdom. And these people seek wisdom all their life long. But this owl is so, it's also a form of protection for these people. So they should keep a picture of an owl somewhere in their house or room, because this is their symbol for protection. Because the owl can see what is in the dark. It can see what is hidden, and it is their protection, this owl. So, and the owl also sometimes can come as smoke, as a ball of smoke. So, and the smoke surrounds people born here, so that they are protected. Because they need protection, because sometimes they are rash and impulsive. So they need protection, but they are protected. So, yeah. I see she drew a lot of circles, so obviously these people are also under the influence of Saturn one way or another. And they're rushing against time, or they know that they must make good use of time, and they know that the wheel in the sky keeps turning, and if a door closes, they're coming back to buy the building. So be careful. Right, the cards that rule this section is the Sun, and it's number 19. And this is the 19th nakshatra, the 19th mansion in the sky. So this is one of the lucky numbers. So the sun, if we live in the southern hemisphere, thank goodness, it's warm. But when you live in the northern hemisphere, the sun moves down in December, and it goes down, 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 and I think around about the 21st, it goes very dark, because it reaches the Southern Cross, and there's the story of baby Jesus, and that he died on the cross. So the sun goes down, goes down for 3 days. When you live in the northern hemisphere, it looks like it goes dark for 3 days. Then the Son of Man, the Son of God, rises once again. And then his resurrection is actually celebrated in when it is the spring equinox. So that is why this is an appropriate time for Christmas to be celebrated, obviously. But in the olden days, this was known as Saturnalia. It was celebrated not as Christmas, but Saturnalia. So maybe that explains all the Saturn symbols that I see on this picture, all the round circles. Because Saturn is all about, it's like machinery. It's got, it's like machinery. Where did I see that now? It's got like a bicycle going in a chain, or the wheels going into each other to turn. Right. So, the next one that we have here is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, because there's harmony in the midst of change. So, like I say, although they have to get rid of the old to go on to the new, the change is usually harmonious. It's not a huge struggle. It happens as it should, and when it should, the way it should, as the wheel turns. That's how it happens. The lucky numbers obviously are 3, 12, 21, 19, because it's the 19th moon mansion. Then the numbers will start from 3, I'll tell you now, it'll be in the 350s, so 35, you know, so 351, 352, that sort of thing. Your number plate is like 350. So it's exactly your birth number, Crystal. I'm talking to my daughter, but it's in the 350s that the lucky numbers are. So,
yeah.
So here we have it. The birthday girl of the Galactic Center. Like I said to you, the Fast and the Furious. And there you can see on the picture mountains in the background, mountains and sea, typical Sagittarius, bags being packed, cat on the pillow, full of energy.
Woo! Yeah, Mia. Yes, yes, yes. Woo! December, people.
And there's the degree in the background. Oh yes, another thing is, these people love tattoos. Show your tattoos.
And I've got on my feet.
Happy birthday, Crystal.
Thank you.